Yeah, we're talking about being in quarantine, and I keep seeing a lot of people on social media getting to the point where they're upset and complaining, which it's fine. We're all going to get to that point, you know. And I have seen statistics that, you know, domestic violence is up, and that's bad. And
child
it's sad.
abuse. They said child abuse is really up
And
too
child
because,
abuse.
you know,
People just
the kids have
frustrated,
so
I
much
guess.
energy and parents don't have the patience, and it's a bad combination.
And that's why I felt like we needed to touch on the good, you know, because maybe this will loosen some people up that are feeling that stress, or they're feeling like they're about to bubble over. It's not all bad, you know. You've heard from the news that, you know, things like smog that's clearing up in large cities, and water is less polluted. That's just out there in the world. But I'm talking about the little small victories we're having at home. For example, I was feeling this yesterday. I started feeling like I was bubbling over with anxiety. So I decided to sit down and I wrote some things that were good about being in quarantine and being stuck at home.
Okay.
And when I wrote them down, I went back and I read them back to myself. And I promise you, I felt happy.
yeah.
Okay.
I felt really happy just because I started writing, and this list that was like 3 or 4 things long just kind of kept growing. And I don't know how many I ended up with, probably like 15 or so.
Oh, wow.
And I won't give you all of them because some of them are personal, and they're probably not, you probably don't care about them. But for example,
We want the most personal one.
Kenzie already gave that one away to Nick during Quarantine Confessions. But hey, sexy time, it actually amped up a little bit, you know, which was cool for me. So
How
that's
could
one
that
of the,
be possible?
Right?
I don't know. It's just
You
something.
amp up more.
It's just I don't know. It's just we're here.
We're
We're
here.
together. Why not do that?
Yes.
But
Why
for
not?
example, when we go for a walk, I don't have to worry about getting stuck having a conversation for 20 minutes anymore. Another thing that involves my wife that I'm really excited about, she's not going to Target every single day anymore.
I'm riding my bike a slightly bit more.
Yeah?
So that's a good thing. I'm getting.
Yes, Big
It's
Al.
good.
Your Peloton?
Yeah, I'm riding just a little bit more. It's forcing, I think, everybody. This is probably on everybody's list. It's you're connecting with old friends that you probably haven't spoken with in a long
Yes.
time, and it kind of makes you make new friends. You
Yeah.
know, because we all have this one thing in common right now. We all are going through the same thing. I don't
Yes.
care if you're black, white, blue, green, old, young. We're all going through it. So we have this one thing in common that we can all kind of connect with.
I finally rode a bike. He got our bikes out and we were riding. And as we're passing people, I always say hello. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And more people are saying hello back. Some still refuse. I do not understand this.
I don't either.
Why you can't just say hey back as I'm passing you? That's just like, it just chaps my behind.
If
But
they don't say anything, do you say nice talking to you?
I just say, I'm going to keep saying hey to everybody says hey back as I pedal by.
Something that's made me happy. Last week you were asking me about how now would be a good time for me to adopt a dog.
Yes.
And I looked into it, and I mean, bad news for me, but good news is that all the dogs and cats at my local animal shelter have all been adopted.
Oh, wow.
Like during
Have they
either
really?
adopted or taken into foster care, which like is great because people are just they don't want the
Yeah.
animals to be, you know. So
Alone right
that
now.
so that was like I was like, man, I missed out, but that's also such a good
It's a good
thing
thing.
to know.
There's a lot of foster parents for animals because a lot of people don't do it because, I don't have the time to do it. I'm always at work. Now you have the time. So I
Got
think
plenty of
that's
time
the
now.
reason why it cleared up. That's really cool. But sucks that you can't get your little animal.
It's okay, my time will come.
From the text, one positive thing about quarantine and social distancing is that my in-laws don't surprise visit us constantly without calling. I'm living my best life over here with all my privacy. Love them, but it's a nice break.
I'm also cooking a lot at home now. I've made brownies from scratch, peanut
Yeah.
butter cookies from scratch. I made mozzarella sticks, the ones that you roll in the
Are you making
breadcrumbs.
anything healthy?
Yeah.
Anything?
No.